Alright, we're gonna do an internet historian react since I've been skipping it for like a day or so. Historian. Let's fucking go, I'm so excited! I am become fancy theater. What is it about? I wonder, chat. Yeah, yearly internet upload. Dude, I'm so excited. Can't you just this transparency get black box? No, it's a source code thing. Wait! I'm not fucking waiting for the song to be over. Source code? Yeah, because the chat box is fed through a source. It's not a chat box that's generated by the OBS, so I have to figure out how to do that, and I don't know how. Yeah. It's like a browser source, and it has like a bunch of code in it. Alright, let's do it! Also, tell me if it's too loud or too quiet. People have been complaining that my fucking videos are too loud. I mean, too quiet. They kinda are. Okay, I'll turn them up then. I'll turn them up, chat. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, chat. Alright, let's begin. The yearly internet upload! Mr. Internet Historian.
Brought to you by
Okay,
NordVPN.
fine. Hi, YouTube! Yeah, you have to say hi, YouTube.
Tisk. Look at you. Uncultured. Unsophisticated.
Me?
Middle class.
Ah! Terrifying!
No, don't speak. You'll just make me throw up. I'd say cover up with this dinner jacket, but I'm afraid that you'd get your head stuck in the sleeve and asphyxiate.
Help, I'm stuck.
Listen, lowborn. Don't you want to be refined?
Refined. I love the way he rolls his R's.
Don't you want to be
Refined.
fancy? Like moi? That's
Moi?
French. I don't expect you to know what it means, but I have some good news. Before this financial year ends, I have decided to make a charitable deduction. It's you, champ! For you see, I...
You can have premarital sex.
There's virus.
What was that? Hold on, go back. Enhance, what
You,
was
champ!
that?
For you
What was
see,
that?
I...
You can have
Whoa, what are you looking at, Mr. Historian? Holy moly.
premarital sex.
There's virus. I have made several videos, though, which will show you how to bluff your way to the inner circles. Undetected. Yes. By the time the elites find out,
Neon Genesis Evangelion is psychological and intense.
it will be too late.
Holy
I
shit.
get you in, you eat all the hors d'oeuvres, and we get out. That's the plan. And let's begin your instruction with
What is it?
theater.
I'm ready.
The YouTube premium of upper society.
Oh, okay.
And the first section? Symphony. The first period of performance, that's called Baroque, from 1600 to
Baroque.
1750. This featured Bach and Vivaldi. Now, there was also a guy named Giuseppe Tartini, and he was the best one of them all, because one evening he had a dream where the devil showed up and presented him with a deal. The devil would become his teacher and impart on him everything he knew about music. Yes. Once Tartini had learnt everything he could, he handed over his violin and asked the devil to play.
Wow.
The devil played the greatest musical piece that Tartini had ever heard.
How great was my astonishment on hearing a sonata so wonderful and so beautiful, played with such great art and intelligence as I never even conceived in my boldest flights of fantasy. I felt enraptured, transported, and enchanted. My breath failed me, Giuseppe Tartini. Oh.
Tartini woke up with a gasp, and he tried to recreate what he had heard in the dream. And what he wrote down was his most famous piece, the best thing he had ever.
My mom plays the violin, or at least she used to when she was younger, and she said Tartini is so difficult to play that you couldn't even dream of playing it unless you become a virtuoso. That's how hard it is.
Written. And he said, "This is shite compared to the original. This is nothing better than a tribute." And that's where you get the Tenacious D song from. He named this piece The Devil's Trill, and he claimed that the difference between his version and the version in the dream was so great that he would have smashed his violin and quit music forever had he not needed it for his job.
Yeah.
Classical,
Okay.
1750 to 1830. Mozart and Beethoven show up like da-da-da-da. Now, Beethoven was famously known for going deaf. Once that happened, everyone told him that he should just quit music forever. But he just wouldn't hear it.
It's like being a fucking League of Legends player and having no hands, essentially. You just have to play with your feet.
Anyway, there's so much I could say about these two. Romantic era. Now that's when everybody started kissing, and it's my favorite. Great piece.
Kissing.
Mwah. Oh, you played wonderfully too. Mwah. We also enjoyed listening. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. All you need to know about this one is Chopin and Berlioz. Berlioz, however, was not getting any kisses. He was related.
Wait, go back! Oh, it looks like my dog! I love my Shiba. Where is he? Oh, he's on the bed.
He was relatably painfully single, living alone in Paris, the city of love. So here's how it started. He's there and he's in his early 20s, and he is looking for a new GF. So one day, he attends a Shakespearean play, and on stage, he spots an actress, and he immediately falls in love
She's so
with her.
beautiful.
He wrote her many notes, confessing his love, but her DMs went unreplied.
I can relate to this. He's parasocial. Yeah, he literally slid into her DMs and started spamming her. I've been paragraphed before. In DMs, I've had people write me paragraphs about how we should be friends and shit, and I'm like, dude, stop, man. Oh my god, stop writing to me.
So he began writing a symphony about her. How can she ignore this? And also around this time he started smoking a lot of opium, but don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Anyway, so he wrote this piece just for her. However, his DM still went unreplied.
Wow.
For several months he started to get quite disheartened. Until he saw another girl. So he immediately
Even
fell in love
more
with her instead,
beautiful.
and he said, "You know what? I'm going to change that symphony I wrote, so now it's about this other lady, and not about that ugly one that I didn't like anyway." This time, happily, she reciprocated, and they fell in love and were set to marry. Suddenly, what the fuck? Phones haven't been invented yet. Yes, hello,
Wait, what the
I'm busy.
fuck?
Oh, Rome? To study? Absolutely, I'll catch the first flight out. So Berlioz went to Rome to study music. However,
Wow.
while he was away, he got some news.
Berlioz. I have to tell you something.
Oh no.
Sacre bleu. Some other, more handsome musician swooped in and married his girl while he was in Rome, and they ran away together. Berlioz was furious, and he set his mind to solving the problem. I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna murder her and her lover.
What?
And her mom. And then I'm gonna do a self-murder. All right. So this gets pretty elaborate. His idea is to dress up as a housemaid. He has bought
Wait,
both
what?
poison and 2 guns. Now he is going to sneak into the house of his ex-fiancée, and
Bringing an anime into this was a big plus, by the way.
there she and her mother will be sipping tea, which he has already poisoned. Then he will pull off the clothing and reveal himself. Blam, blam, sad overture. So he heads back home to Paris to
Why
do
did he poison them if he's
But
just
while
gonna
on his
shoot him?
travels there, takes quite a while, he has to change carriages. And when he does that, he leaves the guns in one of the little cubbies. So he's lost all his weapons. What is he going to do now?
That seems like an
Well, his
oversight.
next leg on the stop is Genoa. And he decides, you know what? Let's just skip the murder and go straight to the finale. So he stops off in the port city of Genoa, and he's there at the side of the Mediterranean. He pauses for a moment, then he throws himself in. Now, some people see this whole thing happen, and they think he's had an accident, so they run in to try to save him. They pull him to the shore. He lived. So he has now reached his lowest point.
Aww.
He dejectedly continues home. He gets back to Paris, and he wallows around, feeling pretty sorry for himself. But he decides, you know what? I may as well do what I do best in times of trouble.
Write a symphony!
Smoke a lot of opium. And while I do that, I shall write a symphony. Although I ain't gonna name it after that hoe who stole my heart. And so he went back to work. But here's the thing. It was the greatest piece he had ever written. And it premiered to a huge crowd. And you know what? It was a smash hit. #1 on iTunes. And then, here's a bloody plot twist.
Okay, buddy.
Remember the first girl? Well, she attended that concert, and she realized that Berlioz was a genius. And then she wrote a letter to your boy saying how good your bloody symphony was, and sorry about not replying, I just put my phone down and got super busy or whatever. By the way, I love you. And so Berlioz goes, well, I love you too.
Cheating
And a year later,
slut!
they were married. It's a beautiful moral of the story. See, fellas, don't jump in the Mediterranean.
Did she divorce her first
Anyway,
boyfriend?
a few years later, they got divorced. Because weirdly, he cheated on his wife with the housemaid. Not that one, a different one. But then he married that housemaid. Hooray. But then when he died later on, for some reason, he gets buried with both of them.
What?
Strange. But moving on to the Impressionist musicians. Now that's Claude
Debussy!
The what now?
Debussy!
Claude what?
Debussy!
You know what? You'd better go to ad time. All right, guys,
Debussy!
welcome back to the Nord Stream.
Debussy!
Today we're playing Assassin's
Not
Creed
Bussy.
3. Chat, come on, chat. Hey, oh, everyone's spamming Nord in the chat.
Nord!
Whoa, a new follower. Hey, welcome to the Dream Team Sub Cream. Thank you so much for the great...
Poop VPN! Love Poop VPN.
Sorry, guys. The cleaners are here. Sorry, just ignore the mess. I haven't cleaned up these bottles yet. No, it's just tea. It's just tea. I stream for 10 hours a day. And
same.
it's like the algorithm is against me or something. No! How come everyone is watching Asmon's stream? And I'm not getting any new followers. I'm playing the games. What more do you want me to do? Just a quick word from the sponsor. NordVPN is the VPN that you can trust. So go to nordvpn.com/internethistorian for a huge deal on a 2-year plan.
Wait, VTuber Girl 89! Oh shit! It's our chat right there! Look, chat! Shit, look! KFC Bucket Man, Big Mac Lover, Leroy Jenkins. It's everyone's there.
Plus 4 bonus
stole
months
my
for free,
audience.
plus a 30-day money-back guarantee. My God. Today we are going to be watching the new Snow White movie. I love the intro. Oh, I love seeing that Disney logo. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Guys, I'm just gonna get up and get some food. I'll be back in a minute.
No!
What the f? Who reported my stream?
NordVPN! No!
Hello, my Nordlings. Welcome back to the stream. Can we get some ends in the chat, guys? No, not like that. Mods!
No!
Welcome back to the ASMR stream for NordVPN.
He's desperate.
Today I'm going to be drinking a can of Coke while I say the word Nord. Nord. Hey, thank you for the 10th.
Guys, stop. I didn't even see it.
With NordVPN, I can
You
be
can't
outside
do
my
that!
house, Jack's Film's house, Samito's house, Ordinary
Guys,
Things' house.
Guys, seriously, come on. Do you guys want me to get in trouble? I know it's like a skit, but like... Come on, man. Use your noggin. I know, haha, it's funny, but like... Don't fucking do that. It makes me look bad.
House. Just like that. Welcome back to the hot tub stream. What do you guys mean? How many hot dogs can I put in my mouth? What? I'll just... Oh my god, $5,000 donation. Thank you so much. You guys are such good friends. Streaming's not for me. I'd rather go to nordvpn.com/internethistorian to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan, plus 4 months for free.
Oh, shit!
And over. Watching Netflix, are you?
Oh my god, why is for the bed, Brian? What the fuck?
All tucked in with a 3-hour essay on Good Game Good, and here's why.
Fallout New Vegas is actually the only based Bethesda game.
Turn that off. I've got something for you much less enjoyable and far more expensive. We're going to the theater. Theater, from the ancient Greek, theatre.
We're back, chat,
The
we're
most
back.
dramatic of the Transformers. It means a place for viewing. Here's a Roman theatre. They were quite simple back then. You have the stage, the auditorium, and the vomitorium. Now, for a very
Wait,
long time,
vomitorium?
people thought that the vomitorium was a place where the Romans would gorge themselves, where they would eat so much that they would throw up, and then gorge themselves again because they were so decadent and or bulimic. But it comes from the word vomere, which means to spew forth, because that's where people go in and out. So vomitorium is just a dramatic way of saying the entrance.
Oh, I thought he was... What?
Now, if you skip forward to the 1800s, things are getting a lot more modernized. But they still didn't have electric. So they had what's called the limelight. And that's why they say, to be in the limelight, to be the star of the show. What they would do was take a piece of quicklime and heat it up super, super hot, which will naturally glow very bright. They would then take reflective mirrors and lenses to focus the beam, and they would use that as an early form of the spotlight.
Oh, they didn't have
The
electricity.
limelight
That's
is not
right.
because
okay.
it's green, but because it's made from quicklime. In the modern day, things are a lot more advanced, and they can do all sorts of cool shit with like lasers going into your eyeballs and all sorts of stuff. But it's not just the tech that's had an upgrade, it's the architecture as well. In Elizabethan times, they had the yard, and you could get in here for about a penny apiece. And this is where all the poor people stood to watch the shows. It's like when you go to Oppenheimer and you end up with the worst seats in the IMAX theater, right? But thankfully, in modern times, we have fixed that problem. We kicked out all the poor people and we sunk the floor down low and put in an orchestra pit. Now, these things are usually 6 to 12 feet deep, so they're not obstructing the audience's view. But having a giant hole at the end of a stage is quite dangerous.
Oh, no.
So usually they put a big net there as well.
Oh.
And yet, a lot of people still get pitted. Like a lot of people.
God. Oh, shit!
In
It
2011,
actually happens?
during a production of The Sound of Music, one of the lead actresses fell into the orchestra pit and was left paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh
In 2009,
my
a
God.
conductor, not a superconductor, just a regular one, fell 14 feet into the dark pit and broke 9 vertebrae and 1 ankle.
Oh my
Mamma mia.
God.
And he fell on his pointy conducting thing. At the Bolshoi
he fell
Theater,
on his-
a violinist
He fell on the little stick that you used to conduct with. Oh my God.
died from his injuries after falling into the pit.
Oh
This
my
theater
Lord.
is prone to all sorts of accidents, by the way. It's kind of cursed. But performers and musicians aren't the only ones falling into the pit. In 1988,
Lord,
an
what?
82-year-old man fell from his balcony box seating all the way down into the pit during a performance
Yo,
of
what the
Macbeth.
fuck,
He
dude?
died. Very
My
spooky.
Lord.
Even already dead people are getting pitted. In 2016, a man sprinkled his friend's ashes into the orchestra pit at the Met Theatre. This happened during the intermission, and it was a sort of tribute to a mentor of his. But of course, people went, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know," and he flees the scene. Everyone's coughing and sneezing up dead guy, and people think, is this anthrax? What is this? So they call in the anti-terrorism police, and the whole show is cancelled for the rest of the evening. A quick intermission.
Dude.
Or is it? Ooh,
Phantom of the Opera!
I am the trap master. Not like that. Do not ask me to reveal my secrets, woman. I have dedicated my life to the mysteries of the theater. Ah, the theater. She has so many enigmatic traps. Let us start with the most simple, yet devious. The wall trap. It allows the actor to walk directly into the set piece. Ah, where did he go? Nobody knows. Whoa! Cast your eyes over here to the genie trap. Now the victim stands on this dumbwaiter, and a counterweight launches their hapless body up onto the stage. Whoosh! In the olden days, this circle of flaps would sometimes go on top, and then that would make the whole thing just one way.
That's
now, back when
cool.
they made this thing, they didn't have hydraulics. So instead, they'd have like 6 stagehands pulling as fast as they could. And sometimes it would go totally wonky, or it wouldn't open properly, or they'd only get about halfway through. Oh, well, I guess that's it. There's only 2. Wrong! This is the vampire trap.
Oh, the
And if I
vampire
want to
trap's
come
a
back up
classic.
again. This is called the sunroof trap. Very cool. Watch out for the closing doors on this one. It managed to trap Spider-Man's foot back into production in 2013. Me and the Green Goblin, we collabed on this one. All right, there's one more. The ghost slide. What you do is stand on this slidey bit, and it ascends diagonally, which makes it look like he's coming out of the ground. But the ladies are there yawning, they're going, ooh, short ghost. But then, 5 foot, 5'1", 5'2". All the ladies are turning their heads now. 5'3", 5'4", 5'5". All the ladies are loving it. Now, I bet you're wondering, what happens to the actors when they go down these
You hear that,
tracks?
chat? You're
Are they
finally
dead
tall.
and gone forever? Yes, sometimes. In 1888, Frederick Federici was playing the role of Mephistopheles in Faust at the Princess Theatre in Melbourne. As he descended the trap at the end of the play, "Goodbye, everybody, goodbye," he had a heart attack and died. Never seen again.
What?
So as you can imagine,
Wait, he just straight up just died in the...
with this many deaths, the theatre has become a highly haunted place. Oh yes. In fact, sometimes you can put your ear right up to the wall and you can hear 2 male ghosts wrestling. Can't fake that.
Not wrestling yet, about
Another
that.
ghost hole. Don't look inside. I did once. Almost went blind. That's why I wear the mask. Anyway, because of all the ghosts, the theatres do whatever they can to keep the spirits happy. See this? It's called a ghost light. When everything is closed, it is kept on always. Kept on.
Also, so that alive people don't fall off the stage and hurt themselves is a superstition, but also a useful liability thing. What?
For the ghosts, so
That's
that they
crazy.
don't bump their shins in the dark or whatever.
Okay, they're
At
being
the
nice to the
Palace Theatre
ghosts.
in London, there has been some ghostly activity.
It seems to be a bit of a hotspot for ghostly activities.
And that's why they always keep 2 empty seats at the back so that the ghosts may sit there and watch the show.
You think some ghosts watch Harry Potter? They're like, what the fuck? This is boring. They walk out. Moliere died right after he played the main character in his own play, which is about an old man who was falsely convinced he was terminally ill, so the joke is that he was actually sick the whole time. I see. Why not put them in the front? Maybe they don't want to be there. They're ghosts. They don't want all the attention on them, you know?
So that's why we traditionally kept a couple of seats off sale for the ghosts. However, Harry Potter is so popular that we sell those seats now.
Oh. Also, most theatres close for 1 day per week, and on those days, the ghosts are left to perform for each other in their own shows. Which they like, we think.
I was worried about my own vagina. It
Oh,
needed a
finally, the vagina
a
monologues.
culture of other vaginas.
Wow.
You know, I wasn't always part of the elite. In fact, from a very young age, I grew up in an orphanage. My parents weren't dead. Rent in that building was just really cheap. But my parents showed me no affection. And as soon as they could, they sent me off to boarding school.
No!
But boards were always their passion, not mine. I tried to run away, but they caught me. And boy, did they throw the book at me. Alas, I did not dodge in time. I spent the next few years in a coma. A Native American town, Pueblo, Acoma. And the people there taught me how to read American. They also had a local library, and I spent my days buried in books, learning as much as I could.
Wait. Is this a Fortnite? Wait, from one of the leading Fortnite players in the world comes your game plan for outclassing the rest at playing video games. Wait, did fucking Ninja make a fucking book? Is that a book that he wrote? Oh my god. Big piss. Massive piss.
Smuggle Bongo learned about you from you and have been enjoying your content also. What is Smuggle Bongo Smuggle Love?
Thank you, Lazy Moon. Thank you so much. Yeah, I did not know that was a thing. That's insane.
What about the arts? And once someone noticed me buried under those books and they rescued me. I knew I wanted to teach default character presets like yourselves. All about Shakespeare. Editor's note. I started Googling Shakespeare and I got kind of distracted, so I don't know. Here's a WAV file. You can do something with this. Put him in like a classroom or something.
What?
Alright, attention, everybody. I am your new teacher. You are a bunch of troubled inner city youths. All you know is shoot gun, fail test, and crime.
Love the
But I need
Sims
a teacher
music.
that actually books and reading and stuff are actually pretty epic.
Shut up,
after
Choco.
all.
Frank.
Now,
Chat's
the
90s.
earliest known written language is what, Mr. Single Parent Household?
I don't know.
I don't know, Teach, but you're never gonna get through to me. Oh, really?
How do I
Well,
reach
what
these
if I go
keys?
back in time? Back in time. In the long, long ago, very few could read. But to be fair, most of the written languages were kinda shit. This is cuneiform, the very first written language, and it has far too much punctuation. Then eventually came along the Egyptians, and they invented emojis, but they would call them hieroglyphs. Anyway, the typical written thing would go like this. Message for you, sir. Big bird, man with stick, man sitting, circle. Oh, more bills. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Eventually that became quite annoying, so the Phoenicians, who were a kind of Lebanese, very progressive, especially for those days, now they came up with a better idea. They started going, hey, that sounds a bit like an A. That sounds a bit like a B. And so on and so on, until we had a proto-form of the alphabet. Now, the Greeks thought that was pretty neato, but they said, let's come up with an even better version with 22 letters, and soon that will be like English.
Kappa! Chad, look, there's Kappa! Kappa. Kappa. Alpha.
Soon that will be like English.
Cool.
Oral history. Greeks more like geeks. Got 'em. Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you about something highly relatable. Of the surviving Greek works, the greatest hits were the
Sigma.
Iliad and the Odyssey. Now, because most people couldn't read, hey, This stuff wasn't written down for a very long time, and instead it was memorized and performed. And when they performed it, they used one of these, a lyre. Now, this was great for conveying tone, right? So here's a soft bit, doo-doo-doo, but then this is a big dramatic bit, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Now, the Iliad starts with this guy, Menelaus, king of Sparta, and he has a wife, Helen, and she is a very fine lady. And then the Prince of Troy shows up. His name is Paris, and he goes, "Damn, shorty, awooga, awooga." Hey, that's what he'd say, right? And he and his boys abduct her and took her all the way back to his crib in Troy. Now, this makes Menelaus quite miffed.
Hey, hold on there, Buster.
He declares a turf war, but he can't win it alone, so he calls on his homies. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, and Achilles, the best drive-by shooter of all time. But Achilles is not in the mood to fight, so the whole of the Iliad is basically spent trying to convince this guy to get involved.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Eventually, they win the turf war by being very sneaky. They make a giant horse, which is the symbol of Troy, and they leave it at the front gate. That's their way of saying,
the horse of Troy.
I guess you win. We're walking away now. And meanwhile, thousands of soldiers go off and hide in some bushes. Now, the Trojans are very suspicious, but they can see that the Greek ships are actually sailing away into the horizon. So they know, oh, it must be real, must be real. We've won the many years' war. But actually, there's almost no one on those ships, and there's a surprise inside the horse. Later that night, when everyone's asleep, boiling hot sets.
Wait, why is there tzatziki flowing out of the horse? What the
Tzatziki
fuck?
everywhere. And also some soldiers wearing thermal protection. They get out and they open the gates, and then everyone comes out of the bushes, running into the city.
Now we can
kill
invade
everybody.
Troy.
After they win the war, Odysseus heads back home to Ithaca. However, on his way, he starts making beef with Poseidon, god of the sea. And Poseidon is mad at the disrespect, so he sends Odysseus on a long-ass detour, and that detour is the story of the Odyssey. Pretty epic, right, kids?
No,
Whoa, Teach,
boring.
that's fire. I'm starting to come around. That Odysseus guy is literally me. Yeah, I'm going to try that horse trick on my ops. Homer, from Homer's Odyssey, is not a character in the story. He's the guy who tells the story, and then people wrote it down. Now, moving chronologically to the next big one, you've got the Bible. And for all practical purposes, this was basically an oral tradition too. Most people were illiterate by this point, and the Bible was written in Latin, and pretty much only the clergy knew Latin, so they would be the one to recite it to people.
It says that the cute lady at the front should go on a date with me, please. Listen, the rules are the rules. I didn't say it, the book did.
There was a translated version into English, the Wycliffe's Bible, and you better believe that thing was a threat to the order. So they made that illegal to own.
What?
And if you were found with an unlicensed copy, the punishment would be death.
Chad, show me your license. Show me your TV license.
So it remained. The Bible was read to the people.
I get
Now,
that reference.
by the 1300s came Chaucer, who wrote the Canterbury Tales, and that was a pretty big deal.
Get this book now.
Because it's one of the first significant works written in Middle English. It describes a bunch of people making a pilgrimage from Southwark to Canterbury, which is here to here, which was the longest journey anyone had ever made in the 1300s. Now, it's a whole series of stories, and most of them can be boiled down to, how come if everyone is on a pilgrimage, you're all so focused on material stuff? Oh, hypocrites much? Dong.
Okay.
It's now the 1600s, and they've updated all the textbooks from Middle English to regular. In 1601, King James I said, all right, you know what? Let's everyone have a copy of the Bible they can read. Let's do a King James Bible. I won't feature in it, but I'd love to be in the title. And he commissioned a committee of scholars to rewrite the thing in English, God's language. It took 8 years. And that brings us to Shakespeare. And he's a huge deal. Oh, look, we're out of time. but sir, we're supposed to do penis inspection day today. No, there's no time. Roll the end card.
What?
The end.
That's it?
All
There's
right,
not
that's the
more?
lesson. You watched the whole video. Or at least, you had it on in the background while you scrolled your phone. And I couldn't be prouder of you. There's just one more quick thing I
Or you
want to
can
tell
be
you
watching
about.
it with chat.
Theater props. For example, this gun. Now, the thing... Oh, look who it is.
Uh-oh. It's Mr. Lincoln.
I know what you're thinking, but it's just an actor. We all know that the real Lincoln is dead. Well, you know, when he fell asleep on the tracks of the Underground Railroad. Anyway, this thing is super realistic. Although the trigger is a little loose. Ruh-roh. Oh, I can't believe you did that. But I won't tell anyone.
Whoa, those fucking
in fact,
grippers are
good
kind of
news.
long.
I'm gonna make you my little protege. And I will be your protojo. And I got so many more lessons to teach.
Ruh-roh.
Still here, huh? Yes, just a little cleaning. More good news. Next video is almost done. It'll be on incognito mode, and it's about the arts. And the next main channel video is also nearly done. That'll be out shortly after. If you're looking for...
Wait, so it's not gonna take a year? Proto
more content in the meanwhile, we have another channel called
word?
Story Mode. The Metal Gear Solid and Forspoken videos are especially good. Don't forget NordVPN. Thank you for watching. More soon.
Stop the cap. Yeah, good point. Good video! I love Historium. Yay! Maybe we'll watch more soon in the future, surely. Yeah! Right, Chad, he's gonna release it any day now. That's right, that's right. Ghost elevator theater trap? Oh, you mean like where I just sink into the ground and I die? Bam 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 bam. Mommy! Piss, piss, piss. Shit! Piss, 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 piss. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fucking shit on calm. Piss myself. Fuck, 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 fuck. Piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, piss.